Hi Tribe members, Liam from MPI Marketing. A few weeks ago I delivered a presentation at the Mastermind on how to leverage your content on social media. A few of you have asked for a copy, so here's a presentation again. Feel free to watch it a few times, and if you have any questions at the end, please feel free to email me or get in touch with me via Facebook. So this presentation was all about how business could leverage their content on social media to increase awareness, ROI, and I guess how to really deliver some clear branding to consumers. So to begin, I'm going to give you a little bit of a background on content marketing. So content marketing is any marketing that involves the creation and sharing of media and publishing content in order to acquire and retain customers. So in terms of content, I guess what I'm trying to say and what this presentation is about is that content, I guess, is the gatekeeper in regards to creating a relationship between you, the brand, and your customer. Nowadays, customers and client avatars and personas basically expect your brand to have a bit of personality. So they want something more than just a hard, cold sale or transaction. So content is all about, I guess, engaging with your audience and giving them more than just a hard sell with a message. It's all about education. It's all about learning. It's all about providing a little bit more value than just a sale. So in order to create value through content, we're basically looking at creating, sharing, and publishing content via social media that will basically help with your inbound marketing. We use content to bring the consumer in, let them know into the funnel, let them know a little bit more about you and the brand, and educate them. So your content could be anything. So you could create anything from, I guess, graphics, you could take some photos, videos, whatever it is. It's all good content. It's all content about you and your business. And obviously you want to share that content to create a bit of awareness about your brand and what you do. And there's the fun stuff, publishing. So publish as often as you can, or create as much valuable content as you can, I should say, to increase your leads and I guess really add value to your existing client base. So we have types of content here. Most of you are probably aware with blog, photography, ebook, white paper, etc., etc. All these types of content, it's really important to, I guess, to provide a good balance. Blogging is really good in a sense because it just gives the user information about you and your business and maybe a topic of interest. So if you're not blogging, try and write a blog once or twice a week, 300 to 400 words, a couple of short ones around that. And if you're feeling really confident, if there's a topic that you really want to get into, 1,200 words, something like that. I was reading a blog the other week, a wellness one about health shakes. I'm not really a big fan of health shakes, but they're really short, succinct with their blog, maybe 100 or 200 words. And I really enjoyed that blog because I learned a lot in about 30 seconds because really, in terms of time, being time poor, reading a short, sharp blog is really important. So if you're going to write a blog, maybe just short it down a bit and just give them, a few quick fire points. Photography is always great. Photos on Facebook, social media, Snapchat, Instagram, I guess they really get people in the funnel, they get people engaged, and they really enjoy it. I mean, I talked about personality before. Though brands don't really have personality, they're seen to have personality. A photo can really, I guess, give a brand a bit of personality. So if you're going to take some photos, put yourself behind it, make it cool, make it look good, make it interesting. It's always good to have a lot of photos. Ebooks are really great for education. Download some top tips. Same with white paper, provide a lot of information, really useful for those of you in the service industry. Video, of course, is the number one, I guess, piece of content out there right now. I think by 2019, video content online is going to supersede TV. I think it's going to be massive. So if you're not using video, get on top of it, get a camera, start taking some video. Articles, so that's kind of like, your newsletters, get stuff going back to your website. Podcast too, get it all back there, just to really add some value to your members. So why content marketing? I guess content marketing in itself and through social media is really a cheap and affordable way for brands to connect with the user. At the end of the day, a lot of medium and small businesses don't have that budget to even think about radio or television campaigns. So content marketing via social media is a really affordable way for brands to get their key messages out there, and really focus on their digital marketing and social media with fresh new content. So why content marketing? So we're going to drive traffic through content, and I guess through interest pieces. We can drive traffic to your website. Your website, I guess, is the centerpiece of conversion in your digital marketing mix, and it's really important that you're producing content and driving it to your website for conversion. So whether that's paid or unpaid, it's really good to send an abundance of traffic to your website. Through traffic comes leads. So if you can create, I guess, leads through, lead magnets, offers, and a combination of paid traffic, you can get people within the funnel. So that means they're not necessarily going to buy from you straight away in the sales process, but once they're in the funnel, you have, I guess, time to basically nurture that relationship through content marketing. And once they've been touched, or once they've interacted with you on several occasions, that's when you see your conversions. Now, the conversions on social media and with content, they may take a while. I've seen leads that have come through after 1 or 2 years, I guess, of nurturing through the funnel, basically in terms of ebook, education, podcasts, all that kind of stuff. So it's not a quick kind of solution, but once they're in there, it's a great way to keep them engaged. And if you have a good content strategy and a good content marketing mix, there's no reason why you can't see some conversions if you have a good plan. So here I've given you five reasons why you should use content marketing. So of course it's increased sales, but that's more of a long-term kind of game. So yes, content marketing can lead to increase of sales, but it's more long-term. But what we really want to look at is retaining customers as well. I guess if you maintain a relationship with your customer, provide value in terms of content and offerings, they're going to come back to you and they're going to be repeat buyers. And at the end of the day, we always want a repeat buyer. And the customers that we retain, they also become our number one brand ambassadors. So they do your marketing for you, and they almost become, your sales team. So if you do well by them, they'll do well by you, kind of thing. Build or reposition your brand. I think it's really important that using content marketing, and especially on social media, you can create and position your brand in a way that you are distinct and clear in the mind of the customer. With everybody, I guess, on social media today, it's really easy to create awareness, and it's affordable to, put your brand in front of the right people at the right time. So you can, increase those cues or that propensity and that awareness of your brand. So if you have really good content, really good clear messaging, people know who you are via social media campaigns, you're doing a really good job. It's also the ability to integrate online. So we're really big, and I guess, on look and feel and consistency of all of your digital marketing activities. So website, SEO, AdWords, all your social platforms. It's really important that they all have the same look and feel and that consistency is there. So with your branding on social media, and if you're using content kind of stuff, you can create templates that are consistent, have the same branding, but are still really interesting and provide value. And they can be in line with your website. They can have the same key messaging that you might use on your AdWords, keywords that are important to your SEO, even through your email and your drip marketing campaigns. It's really important to have a consistent look and feel. And of course, number 5, engage customers long term. Obviously, once they're in the funnel, you want to be able to continually engage with your heavy users once again, because they do become good brand ambassadors, and because engagement is great for driving leads. So producing high quality content that kind of is a little bit different or can really add value is important to your social media marketing and your content strategy. So just a few social media stats. So we have 14 million Facebook users in Australia, 55% of business to business buyers search for products or information on social media, and 49% of Australian marketers publish content either daily or weekly. So the stats are there, and you're probably all aware. So for me, people often ask me, Liam, look, you know what, we've heard about Twitter, we've heard about Instagram, we've heard about this. Should we use it? Should we not use it? For me, it's all about a numbers game and where your audience is more likely to be. So if you have majority of your users on Facebook, or if you think your market or demographic are there, or if you feel like it's just easier for you to use that platform, just stick to that one platform you're comfortable with and really focus on that one. And if you're getting results, continue to use it. If not, always try and test different platforms. So test different platforms. If they don't work, stick to the most successful one. We're getting most engagement, most awareness, and go through there. So we're at a stage with social media where it's a lot of paid versus unpaid kind of content. You might see reach on Facebook has decreased significantly, and even Instagram, now owned by Facebook, you're kind of going to see a lot less engagement through those channels, I feel, if your content isn't right, and if you're struggling a little bit. So it's really important to incorporate paid advertising, and that's spending your budget or boosting your posts or running traffic campaigns via social media. And I like to take an approach where we combine the both. So I'll give you a couple of examples here. So unpaid, great for minimal budget. If you don't have a lot of budget, it's just good to get some posts out there, to get the message out there, just so if somebody does research you, you do have a few posts and it does look professional. It's positive for learning, just to see how, I guess, people interact with your brand when it's not paid, or when there's only a few people that see your posts on a daily basis, or just really get a look and feel of which content does and doesn't work. It's positive for maintaining relationships with customers that are already there, that might already know you, but at the same time, your existing database is going to see you, but what you really want is for users that don't know your brand to be able to find you on social media. It can be time consuming though. So to make graphic posts or videos or webinars, even blog writing can be really time consuming. You could find yourself waking up early in the morning before work and putting some effort into that. So that's kind of one of the downfalls. So just be wary if you do go with a content marketing kind of strategy on social media, it is going to be time consuming. Once again, limited reach. So there used to be, I guess, around 50% of fans would see your Facebook posts or your social media posts organically. Since the algorithm changes, it's between 6 to 10%. So they've obviously, they're onto it. They know that, hey, there are 1 billion plus users on this platform. We're going to be able to, charge them. If people want to see content, we're going to have to pay these brands are going to have to pay for these users to see their content. And unpaid, there's usually less engagement. So if you don't pay for posts, there's going to be, pay for reach and pay for engagement metrics, and spend budget on content. Not as many people will see it, and they're going to be less engaged. And if they're less engaged, the awareness levels aren't there anymore. So just a few things to think about. Paid, on the other hand, it's really good way to increase the amount of traffic to website. We can use highly targeted, Facebook ads, Twitter ads, LinkedIn, all that kind of stuff, and create a drip kind of social media content campaign and send traffic to your website, which is really important for conversion. As I said, it's a centerpiece of conversion in your digital marketing mix, is what I feel. You can generate more leads faster. I feel unpaid kind of content or unpaid kind of posting is a lot slower process. But when you, mix up paid advertising and content creation with that drip kind of campaign, discussing educational benefits about a product or service, that really helps, and it speeds up the process. You must know your acquisition cost or you will lose money. There's no point spending $2,000 a month or whatever and you're not getting those conversions, or you don't know your metrics. So you really need to know what your acquisition cost is before you invest heavily into it. And it's all about testing as well. So if you have a bit of a budget, play around with it, but then make sure you test afterwards. And you need to continually pay the piper. So by that I mean for any of your content or your advertising to have effect, you must be at the same time willing to spend. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. You need to be careful. You need to spend, but you need to be careful of how much you need to spend and stuff. So the good thing about, a combined approach of content and paid advertising is the engagement factor. Right here we have a sales funnel, and at the top of the funnel we have awareness. So the first phase would be getting users into the awareness side or the awareness stage of the funnel. But with social media, we can basically, skip that awareness stage and get straight into engagement. And we can do that with a paid ad. So the example I gave was, if my friend was looking online for a pair of shoes, and he thought, oh, Liam might like these shoes, he'll tag me in that. So he might be tagging me in a social media post, and this was probably come from a paid advert, and he's kind of tagged me in there just to say, hey, you're going to like these shoes, have a look at them. So through my friend and through that word of mouth, I've already gotten past the awareness stage of a brand I'm unfamiliar with, and I've gone straight to engagement. And once I'm kind of engaged, and because my friend's opinion matters, I'm in the engagement stage, but then I'm closer to the discovery. So I'm learning more about the shoe, I'm learning more about what it offers, and then after that, I'm going through, obviously, to the purchase. So based on that, content marketing is really important to get you through and push you through stages of the funnel. And once again, if you can skip through the awareness and go straight to engagement and discovery, the likelihood of purchase is far greater than any other platform, I guess. So what if you did both well? So free earned in organic traffic from search, social, and email list, and paid traffic that converts at a profit. So if you're doing both of these things really well and you're mixing them up, you can obviously expect a high amount of engagement that leads to discovery and them through to leads. Now, with some industries, like service industries, this could be a lot longer process, but that's fine, because once they're in the funnel, that's when you can really, I guess, provide that content that educates them, gives them more information about you and your services, and ultimately leads to a sale at the end of it. And on the other hand, your fast-moving consumer good kind of type of products, your beauty products, your watches, your shoes, all that kind of stuff, I always feel that moves a lot faster. So you can see results and ROI a lot faster. So with some really cool, interesting graphics, plus well-targeted paid advertising, you can really increase awareness and obviously get to that engagement, get to that discovery and that sales process really quickly. So here are a couple of examples that I provided at the mastermind, and this was a competition I ran. It was a paid competition with a kind of cool lead magnet, and I guess kind of an idea for a giveaway that really promoted the brand, created awareness, and obviously from there were a lot of sales for this product. So I'll just talk about it quickly. This is Red Arc Electronics. They're a four-wheel truck. I mean, they build parts for four-wheel drives and stuff like that. So, for example, like, chargers, shock absorbers, stuff like that. They're a South Australian-based company. They're a winner of the Telstra Business Awards. So we worked with them a couple of years ago, and this was a competition giveaway, and it was really it was a competition to introduce their new products. They had 3 new products, and at the same time they wanted to, I guess, create a lot of awareness. So this is a really good piece of content because it's a highly desirable kind of product by trucker enthusiasts and stuff. So on the right, you can see the metrics. We had about 1.2k, 1,200 entrants for this competition, 652 shares, and 1,400 likes. So this competition was really successful because we had heaps of entrants, but at the same time, we had a lot of people come through to the website from this ad. And we had people that bought this product as well as entered the competition. So this was all about putting a highly desirable product in front of the right audience and paying for, obviously, like your reach, your engagement, and driving traffic to the website. So this was really successful as well because people that had already liked the page and engaged with the brand were aware of the new product, and they were obviously able to buy the new product. They also probably entered as well, but it was a good way to introduce it, and I guess that was a way to add value and introduce a new product to an existing user base, and I guess re-engage an audience that already existed. So this was really cool in 2 ways, for re-engagement and for introducing a product to new users that were unfamiliar with Red Arc. So I've got a couple more examples here. On the left, we have a dentist in Adelaide, Budget Dentistry. That ad was, I guess, a paid ad. It was really basic, just a complimentary consult for people that needed, dentistry services in Adelaide. The budget on that was about, I think just a bit over $300, excluding the fee. And from that, there were a lot of inbound leads. And when I talk about leads, it was a lot of people came through and actually messaged or inboxed the Facebook page and basically said, "Oh, look, I want to book an appointment. I've seen your ad." It was really successful in that sense. And in terms of closed business or people that came through Facebook, we saw about, one guy came in and got 9 crowns changed, and another one came in for braces and a couple of whitening. So once we took out our fees and their budget spend, they obviously and the customers that they acquired and the lifetime value of those customers, the ROI was significantly higher. So that was a really cool campaign, and it's an example of content with graphics plus paid advertising to introduce a brand and product to an audience base. And on the right, this was the Mawson Lakes Hotel. In Adelaide, it was just a picture of a wedding setup, and basically it was a really good high quality piece of picture. It was about a function center, the function center looking good and ready for the wedding. And the audience responded really well to this organically. So the idea behind it was, well, we've had a lot of organic engagement. Let's spend some money on it and get some leads come through. And I think, well, I'm pretty sure from that we had 10 leads come through, and we had, I think one person or one couple kind of put their name down for a for their wedding, so at $100 per head or whatever. So the venue was really happy with that, and it was a post that went really well. And it just proves that it can be as simple as a really high quality piece of content, a photo and a few words, and targeted towards the right audience. Women interested in weddings, aged between 21 and 45 or something along those lines. And that kind of stuff really works really well. So it's about bringing the paid and unpaid together to get you results. And this is an example of how you can grow your social media pages on a limited budget. This user here in Adelaide had 160 fans on the 8th of April, and by the 5th of May he had 750. He's at over 1,000 now. Just by producing high quality content and using paid advertising, he's extended his user base over a 4-week period, 5-week period. And now that he's grown his user base to an extensive size, it makes his brand look really good and professional on social media. If anybody does any kind of research on him, he has content up there that's fresh that he always uses. He's always publishing. So people are going to be fairly engaged with what he does. And with that being said, the audience that he's grown, he's able to, nurture them with different types of campaigns. Once again, a drip content campaign where he spreads out content evenly over a 30-day period to kind of add value to them and provide them more information about his service. So it just goes to show that the combination of paid and unpaid works really well, and it's really good in nurturing relationships with your audience. So I just want to finish up with 3 points, and if you don't get heaps or too much from this, just these 3 points. So social media is here. It's not going away. So if you're not doing anything on social, if you're not creating content, if you're not running paid ads, please consider it just for your business, because you need to be able to position yourself in a way. You need that presence, you need to grow that awareness, and you need to work on your funnels. And between paid and unpaid and content, it's a really great way to push people through the funnels. And I want you to focus on being where your customers are. So you don't need to be on every platform. Pick 1 or 2 or just one. And if it works, stick to it and use it. You don't need to be everywhere. You don't need to be all over the place. Just find the one that works for you and manage it and do it well. And obviously the combination of paid and unpaid content to drive engagement. Without a combination, basically your results aren't going to be as strong. I guess one complements the other. High quality content equals high quality results with paid. Low quality content and paid, you're still going to get that message out there, but it's not going to be as high quality as if it was a good piece of quality and a really good targeted advertising campaign. So make sure you do both and mix it up. So I think that's it. But if you have any questions, please email me, send me a message on Facebook, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.